So I wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on America's war on drugs and how it's affecting society. So the war on drugs is an effort that has been ongoing now for decades. And what it is a plan to eradicate drugs and drug dealers. And the problem I have with that is that the result of the effort is that we have been constantly building more and more prisons all over our nation rather than build schools. So the rate at which we're developing and building prisons compared to that of schools for children is so out of whack, and it's a result of the war on drugs. So in addition to that one aspect, the war on drugs is also a complete failure of a policy because of the reality that it can never be won. There is no end to this war. And for a nation to be at war, there has to be an enemy. And I ask you, who is the real enemy in this war on drugs? It's not the drug dealers. Trust me. It's the people whose lives get ruined as a result of criminal convictions and incarceration because of recreational drug use or possession or even distributing. The bottom line is that prohibition does not work. All it does is make criminals out of regular citizens. I don't believe a person a criminal because he has a desire to use, consume, or possess a plant or any narcotic. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a doctor to prescribe something makes it legitimate versus a person just using their own judgment and reason and using it in the same way. I don't see the differentiation as others do. And, I just want you guys to give some thought to this. It's really scary what's happening. We have over 2 million people incarcerated in our country today, at this moment. A much higher rate than every other nation in the world. And we have to ask ourselves, why is that? And the answer is that incarcerating people has become a for-profit business. It is a very profitable thing. And it's not right, because obviously, given the choice between building schools and helping and benefiting young, probably poor children over making money and huge profits, you know the answer. You know where that's going to go. And that's been happening for so long now. So we're making criminals, we're allowing our government to make criminals out of us, out of our friends, out of our families, out of our children, just for some big companies to make a lot of money. They're ruining people's lives. They are ruining people's lives. So the war on drugs is a complete failure. It needs to be abolished. It needs to be ended. And more emphasis needs to be placed on schools and educating people and bettering people instead of punishing them and ruining them. Just imagine if only a fraction of that money and effort made towards arresting and setting up and incarcerating drug users and drug dealers were placed towards schools and children and efforts in improving education. Just imagine what could be accomplished. So I hope you guys will give some thought to this. Thanks.